YouTube, what's good? Welcome to another episode of Factually Opinionated. It's your boy DLee
And your boy Bubba J.
and we are here. Had a little hiatus. We are back. Today we are talking about the shooting guard position. I say shooting guards because I don't even know what that is anymore. But we're gonna rank the best off guard players in the game. We're gonna go from 10 to 1 this time. I'm fully prepared. He's not about to dog walk me this time. I'm ready.
You sure?
I think. All right. Pop it off. Number 10, man.
Man, at the 10 position, give me Marcus Smart, man. Give me Marcus Smart. I'm gonna tell you why. And let me tell you
Let me
why.
grab my cup. I see how this is about to be already.
Yeah, go and get your cup. You know, and just
Go
get
ahead,
some parts, man. The reason I chose Marcus Smart because his impact on the game. You'll probably see more as the Boston starts this year. But Marcus Smart, his impact on the game, the way he officiates the offense, nobody in the league right now at the shooting guard position controls the defense like he do, that has the aura on the team, the effect on the defensive side of the ball. While his offense, it could be on and off. It could be on some days. He hasn't had that big role yet. He hasn't been as efficient in the role he was in, but his impact on the game, that's the reason I slid him to the 10 spot.
Okay. He's in my honorable mention.
Yeah,
Okay. He right on the outside.
I'm probably forgetting somebody anyway.
Number 10, I got CJ McCullough.
Mm-hmm.
Last season, he went 21-6-4. You know, he's a light side scorer. I don't know if he playing the point or the two with the Pelicans, but either way, he an off-ball player, and he's never shot below 37% for the three-point line. Clear, the man you need for efficiency, man. So I'm putting him at number 10 right over Marcus Smart and Austin Reeves and Jalen Green. All right?
Yep.
Number 9.
That's why I got my boy CJ in. That's why I got him at, CJ has been a model of consistency all his career, man. During Portland, he was second back to Dame Lillard. He has that scoring impact. Easy 25 and 4 a game all day, every day.
Yep.
And just like you said, he always been an efficient shooter, over 37%. He always been efficient, had the impact on the game. Can pop in spots. He can be the secondary ball handler as he did with the Pelicans, and you see he was effective in that role. So that's the reason I got him in that number 9 spot.
Okay, number 9, I got Klay.
Okay,
I put him there. His defense ain't what it used to be. He's not going to be that dominant on-ball defender. He's not going to be able to stay in front of the players like he used to. But he still give you 22 a game, and he's still shooting 41 from the three-point line. Who doesn't need 41 from the three-point line? And like he brought out with Curry, Klay also has a gravity to him. When you're on a fast break, the scariest thing is to see Klay running up that wing because, he don't have to dribble. He don't have to look. It's in the air.
And you just throw your hand up.
And 41% of the time, that thing going in, man. So despite his defense, Klay still commands attention, can still give you 20 points a game. That's why I got him number 9.
You need to stop looking at my list because that's where I got it at. And that's why I got Klay at number 9. Same reasons. I'm a LeBron fan. I was watching the Cavs, get mollywopped all those years. And every time I seen Klay, he could be heavily contested.
It don't matter.
You can see it. You think the man blocked because he's covered. You don't see the man shoot. Go straight in. I mean, he made me sick. And Klay, and even today's time, coming back from that injury, his knees, ACL, all that, he still has that effect on the game. Like I say, he a step slow.
Yeah.
But he showed us towards the end of the year when he get hot. I mean, that hasn't changed about Klay. And also, I'm also still on the higher side of things towards him because I don't know if he played really better than CJ, but we see as he came along, the impact he has on the game.
All right. We in the same train of thought.
Number
8, I got Zach LaVine. And the only reason he's number 8 is because his efficiency. 22, 4-4, put up great numbers, can take over a game at times. I think he's one of the best microwave scorers. If Zach get going, as we seen against Miami in that playing game, you can't really do nothing with him when he get going like that. But he only shot 42% from the floor. And to hit that next echelon, to be that all-star, consistent all-star, you need to be closer to that 47 to 50 range.
Yes.
But outside of that, there's nothing Zach LaVine can do. He turned from liability at the three-point line to like, okay, you better keep a hand up because he gonna hit 8 of these in the game.
Yep.
Athletically, we know what he can do. But I want to see him be more efficient so he can take that next step. And there's nothing holding him from being maybe a top 5 off-ball guard in the league. So that's why I got Zach LaVine number 8.
And that's why I got Bradley Beal next. You know, him and Zach LaVine are very similar, being the same echelon of player for quite some years. Difference between Bradley Beal and him because last year he took more of the playmaking role, which he ain't really that. But Bradley Beal, same with Zach LaVine, they can score with the best of them. 30, 2 of the last 5 years. Before then, 27, 26, efficiency. The only thing I want to see from Bill, I just want to see how he does off ball with Zach. I seen what he does off ball, which I seen, but Bill, I haven't really saw that yet.
Right.
His ability, he can play make a little. He gets his spots, but I don't think he's been being the primary scorer. It showed all his talents. It showed what he can do. So I just want to see how does he work more in a more limited role.
Yeah.
Because you see how far Bradley Beal takes you, which is not very far, which is not very far. So that's the part I'm with, So yeah, with Bradley Beal, score with the best of them,
I got Bradley Beal number 7 too. We
yeah,
hand in hand on that
one.
one. For everything you said, I want to see him off ball more this year. I know they put him at point, but when you got 3 scorers that can score 30 a night, you gonna be off ball sometime, know. So we're gonna be able to see that. But he did finish the year last year shooting over 50%.
Yeah.
So that's something good to see because now that you're not shooting 20 shots a game, you're gonna be more in the 10, 15 range. You got to be able to hit, as many as you can while you can. So yeah, I got Bill number 7. We hand on hand on that one, man. Who you got for number 6?
Hey, that's why I got LaVine at. You see, that's what we got because LaVine's shoulders towards the end of the year. When he light up, You know what I'm saying? Him, I ain't gonna, give Patrick Beverley his flowers, by leading them to the play-in. But Zach LaVine had a main role.
Yeah.
Zach LaVine had the main, being able to be the microwave he's able to be, and very similar to Brad Beal, just in a more limited aspect. Honestly, they're interchangeable to me. Very interchangeable.
Yeah. I had a difficulty.
Very interchangeable. So with the same points he had, put Zach LaVine in that position.
I put Bill high just because of his peak. We done seen the peak.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. But you nitpicking at that point. All right, so number 6, this hurt because I wanted to put him higher, but my inner self, my morals wouldn't let me. I got Anthony Edwards.
Okay.
25-5 last year, really took over the Minnesota Timberwolves. He kind of dominated, and I think he's gonna be the leader of the team. I think he's gonna help Cat excel because every big man needs a guard that he can play off of.
Yeah.
So I think that's gonna be his new role. And one thing about Anthony Edwards that people sleep on is his defense. He averaged 1.6 steals last year, and he was also guarding the other team best perimeter player. So I'm not saying he's Michael Jordan or Kobe-esque, but when you have a 2 guard that can not only get you elite scoring, but can also guard the other team best perimeter player, that's something that's a dynamic we really don't see anymore.
Yes.
So I put him there. His potential is to be like 1, like he's on that because he's 22, 23, like that boy is a baby. So he has way longer to go. He has a great mindset. He got the money. Said they ain't gonna change him. He hungry. He a dog. So I'm gonna put him. I got him number 6 on my list.
And for those reasons, I have Jaylen Brown at my 6th spot, because, he got that bag and a half, really 2 bags, really. Yeah. But, Jaylen Brown, same thing you said with Ant Edwards, that 2-way ability. But just between Ant-Man and Jaylen Brown is that Jaylen Brown has 1 hand and Ant has 2. You see. But, with Jaylen Brown, of course, as he feels that secondary role beside Jason Tatum, I'm glad they didn't break it up because he doesn't fit that role. I don't see it whatsoever. I don't see it. And I can see fitting that role.
Yeah,
I can see he showed you.
Mm-hmm.
Leading what's Minnesota 7th seed this year?
Yeah, 7th seed.
Seventh seed. And I can see Ant leading the team. Jaylen Brown, I don't really see that. I believe he's perfect in the role he is. I believe he fulfills that glorified second option.
Mm-hmm.
And the same with defensive impact coming out of college. That's what he had. He had that defensive, his athleticism. He able to utilize that, and also even while not having the left hand, he still able to average 27 a game. So that's the reason I got him there.
We in the same mindset. I feel like we got a few players, but you got him at 5. I got him at 5.
Yeah,
you value
one thing.
Yeah, we value the same thing.
Yeah.
I think if Jaylen Brown played the 4, I think he'd be way better. Yeah. He doesn't need to create a shot. Everybody doesn't have to be a shot creator. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if Jaylen Brown got the ball in the spots that he needed to, the world is his oyster in a way. Like,
he got the body for
like
it.
He's 6'7", 230. You can't move him. Mm-hmm. He played forward in high school, in college. Now you asking him to be a 2. Well, even though the game is positionless, you still asking him to create and do things that he naturally don't do. He's never had a left hand.
And they still don't got a point guard.
And they still don't have a point guard.
So what they gonna do?
They gonna run into the same issue they had this year. Exactly. But 27-7 on 49%, that gets you number 5 on my list, and making it to far into the Eastern Conference. That gets you number 5 on my list. So I didn't want to put him over Anthony. I guess he did. Yeah. But I didn't want to put him over Anthony just because of longevity. He done it a teeny bit longer. I wanted to put Edwards high, but Edwards got one more year. Edwards got plenty more time to do it. So continue, man. Who you got at number 4, man?
That's why I got Anthony Edwards.
Okay.
Anthony, off all the reasons you said, 2-way. I see a lot of weight in him, boy. I see a lot in it, boy. Boy, it look like I'm just playing back the clock with better quality, boy. That's all I see, boy. That number 5, boy, he gonna be dangerous this year. Now.
He gonna be heat.
I see him top 5 MVP already, man.
I gotta give him 2 years. I can't do it yet. I can't do it yet.
I see it now.
I can't, cause he don't have that
situation.
The situation is gonna be rough because it's the floor spacing is gonna be weird in Minnesota. It's gonna be weird, but he also, like, unless he takes like a Kawhi type step in defense, I don't know if he gonna have that secondary stat that they gonna look for. Because then you gonna have, I can see Ant giving you 27, 5, and 5 this year. Okay, what you gonna do when there's like a Giannis giving you 31 and 13, or a Luka giving you 33, 11, and 8 this year? Like, he's not gonna be. I view Anthony. He's gonna have a. I'm not gonna say Tim Duncan, but there was plenty of years where we could have just gave Tim Duncan the MVP. He put up MVP numbers, but it wasn't pretty. It wasn't sexy. Anthony's not gonna be the sexy pick. He's gonna make a lot of plays. He's gonna elevate the team, but I don't know if they're gonna actually
give it to him.
You know what I'm saying? But I would love for Anthony Edwards to get it. That MVP speech would be hilarious. So,
and the only reason I have him, he gonna be top 5 because he got that motor to him. He got that motor to him.
He don't stop.
He the best at everything. If you tell him, Bo, he think he can take Aaron Judge 1v1 right now out there on the field right now.
I love the confidence.
I mean, and you see the jump he made from this year to next year, from last year to this year. I only expect more from him. I only expect him to do more. Change that number 5. I mean, back before, because I see nothing but motor. Because when you got that killer in you, man, he got that in him. So I gotta give him his points for that, man. I got it.
Speaking of Wade, number 4, I got Donovan Mitchell. I wanted to put him higher, but I couldn't justify it. I don't want to call him a superstar. It's weird for me because I don't want to call him a superstar. He averaged 28, 4, and 4, but when he gets into the playoffs, despite as bad as the Cavaliers were in the playoffs this year, he showed up to an extent. And we seen just, 2-3 years ago in the bubble, he'd give you 34 a game in the playoffs. So I gave him the edge because he's shown in the right situation that he can carry a team in the playoffs. His defense, I felt like he was a better defender coming out of college than he was now. I don't know.
He waned over the years.
Yeah,
he has waned over the years.
That concerned me because he was like a pesky defender when he came out. Now it was like, oh, we're gonna pick on him, and that's weird to me. But 28, 4, and 4, He flirts with the 50-40-90. I gotta put him here just because of what he's been doing. So I'm comfortable at putting Mitchell at 4. Where you going from here? Where you at next? You at 3, ain't it?
Yep. These top 3, I'm looking at them now. I'm like, oh Lord, do I want to switch this already? But I'm gonna stick to what I got. I'm gonna go ahead and put Donovan Mitchell at the 3.
Okay.
Same reason you said. I always been high on Dono. He always
Yeah.
been one of my favorite players.
Yeah.
He always has been since coming out. Even though he got robbed of a rookie of the year, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But Donald, he improved. He displayed on the offensive side of the ball more than any other year with his 28, as you said. Being able to on both sides, he's starting to win a little bit. The effort, he's starting to win a little bit. But as you see, the scoring hasn't been enhanced this year. Dropping that 71. He took that offensive load as he has been, but it's to a different level. Being able to, he also able to play maker also as well.
Yeah.
Being secondary to DG, of course, DG to PG.
Yep.
So he showed Donovan. He basically been showing where he been showing.
Yeah.
It's like it's balancing out because the defense going down a little bit, but it's off. Yeah, it's just he been the same way, the whole time. So.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Number 3, man, one of my personal favorite players. I wanted to put him higher, but I think I cheated on my list too, by the way. But you'll see.
Oh yeah.
I got SGA, man. 31, 5 and 5. I forget he averaged 31 last year. And an interesting thing, I think he's one of the most efficient players in the league. He shot 51% from the field. We know him for getting to the line a lot. He's shooting 90% from the line. If you're shooting 51% from the field and 90 from the line, and you're not like a profound 3-point shooter, you can hit him. But you're not a profound 3-point shooter. You're going to score 30 a night. And an interesting thing about Shai Gilgeous is his defense, man. I looked at his numbers. The man averages still in the half and a block a game.
Yes, he do.
So that propelled him up my list. I didn't realize his defense was that good. Him being 6'6" and having the wingspan he has, he's embracing it. You know what I'm saying? So next year, I don't know if he'll average 30 again, but when you're 51% from the field, you're going to be able to just score whenever you want to as the Thunder continue and grow. So I put him at 3. I wanted to put him higher, but he's still on the up and up. I don't think he's got to his peak yet, which is scary.
Yeah.
So I put him at 3. I can't put him over the 2 guys I got at top, man. So who you got in your top 2, man?
Hey. I realized that I skipped the spot. Maybe I probably did, but in my other 2, I don't mind. I'll put them up for you. I got Kyrie next. I put Kyrie. The Australian. The flat earther himself. So Kyrie, he been doing the same thing he been doing. I mean, the most skilled player that this game has ever seen. Ain't nobody got the deeper bag than Kyrie. I mean,
bag on bag.
I mean, yeah, you seen that SpongeBob episode, boy, where he couldn't get that candy bar out? That's Kyrie right there. He got bags for days, boy. I mean, same thing. I mean, very efficient, flirting with 50, 40, 90 every year. Give you 27. But the only reason he isn't higher because of his impact on the game. Because
that's true.
Impact. Because we seen throughout the year his impact. Let's go back to Boston. Let's go back here.
We try to forget those years.
Oh yeah. Well, we working our way back up. Boston, they're better without him.
Yeah.
Statistically,
they was better without him.
I mean, he isn't a solo act but his impact ain't the same. I don't know what's with it, but it just
I don't know.
Yeah, if you go to Brooklyn, same thing.
He left and they got better.
Ain't got better. Boy, Spencer Dinwiddie looking better.
Spencer looked like an all-star candidate for the first half, man. Spencer was going crazy.
Boy, him, Spencer, and Karras, boy, they're looking like they're the future.
Yeah.
And then you go to the Dallas. When he got there, he's not the complete blame.
I can't blame him for Dallas.
He's not a complete blame. But for dropping 7 spots now. 7?
I'm gonna tell you that was Dorian Finney-Smith not being there.
Yeah, he does have that impact, but at least drop him down to 8.
That was crazy.
But 7, that's bad. Crazy. I understand 4,
Yeah.
But with a little cushion,
Yeah.
But down to 11, Lord Jesus.
That's why I got him at 2.
That's a lot to drop, man.
Yeah.
if you drop the 8, Sam, I can, I can live
They
with.
dropped to 11.
Yeah, boy,
That's crazy.
And shout out to Dorian Finney-Smith too. But
Yeah, Dorian Finney-Smith, when they traded you, I already knew they was gonna go down.
I ain't think it's gonna be that bad. I think it dropped about Sam.
But you was the only one that wanted to play defense in Dallas. So
boy,
that same reason I got Kyrie too, man. We know what he can do. We know he bag on bag on bag. Last year, what's interesting is, man, his efficiency is actually getting better.
Yes,
which is crazy. He shot 51, 39, and 94. That man was like 2 3-pointers away from hitting the 50, 40, 90 club.
He was one rim rattler away. Boy.
He was a couple rim rattlers away from being in the 50, 40, 90 club. And he averaged 27, 6, and 5. So he's actually a great rebounder for his size and his position. So what's crazy is I'm thinking about Dallas, man. There's a potential where their backcourt can average somewhere around 60 points, 15 rebounds, and 15 assists a game. Like, they backcourt can put up some like insane numbers next year. Because everybody expecting Luka to go for 30 this year. Who say Kyrie can't up 3 more points a game? Like, with the way that team built, them two gonna have to average 55 to 60.
Christian Wood gone, so
so they don't. But outside of Hardy, though, they don't really have any shot creators like that.
Yeah, and plus he a guard too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's about their building too.
Yeah, I love Kyrie. I think this is gonna be his redemption year. To be honest, I think all the doubts we had about Kyrie, all the off the court stuff they got going on, I think he's gonna be locked in on basketball this year. I hope nothing comes up the way he doesn't feel like playing. But you put him with Luka, man, I'm ready to see it, man. But there's like you say, his effect on the game, I can't say he's negative. 50, 40, 90, you don't negatively impact
not negative, but Lord,
his defense is not bad. It's not like you can pick on him, but it's weird.
I don't know if he'll burn an incense or I
think the other players get so used to just watching him.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, Kyrie number 2, man. So number 1.
Well, I believe I skipped one, maybe. I believe I skipped one. I knew Marcus Smart was supposed to be in my honorable mentions.
Oh, okay.
Because these top 2, I can't just leave Book out of this here.
No. Okay.
I think that's why I left Book out, because he was in the point guard list.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. But Book is probably both of our number 1.
Yeah.
They announced that Bill was actually gonna play point after we did that video, but at this point, both of them are 2 guards.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stand on that. I'm gonna stand on that hill. I'm all for pure point guards.
Yeah.
And neither one of them are pure point guards, so I'm gonna stand it down on that hill.
So with my number 1, I put my boy SGA. I've been high on SGA since he got traded for that Paul George trade, which looks horrendous right now. I mean, terrible.
It's looking worse and worse by the year.
Terrible. I mean, Lord, SGA, Gallo, 5. Oh God.
Yeah.
But anyway, like he said, 31, 5, and 5. Positive on the offensive side of the ball. On the defensive side of the ball as well. I like big guards. I don't know why. When they're skilled, very efficient. When he was healthy, they was on pace to be the 6th seed. They was being the 6th until he went down with injury. That's when they fell to 11. And by the time they were just, they either go up, lose in the first round or get a lottery pick. So they ought to do the lottery pick. Yeah. You remember they used to sit down SGA, because they're winning too much.
I had SGA on my fantasy team, and every time he played, he gave me 25 to 30 points. And I hated it because at the end of the year, he was going too crazy, and he was hurt. And I'm like, that man just dropped 30 the other night. He is not hurt. Play him.
He been limp or nothing.
Between him and my boy Lou Dort, I could never start neither one of them that night because it'll be like 6 o'clock. The game come. Oh, game time decision. They not playing. It's too late. I just made my lineup. I was mad at that.
Yes. But up to the last 3 weeks of the season, they was the 6th seed.
Yeah.
They let the Lakers come up. Remember how the standings really flipped and really turned in after the trade deadline. So SGA showing that he can lead to an all-star, to a playoff caliber team, much more as we showed in a Levine or in a Beal with a better supporting cast, honestly, on paper, really.
Yeah.
He have done more with less. No disrespect to Lou Dort. Josh Giddey been in and out the lineup. He only played 50-some games this year. Very unsteady. Don't have a center. don't have nobody over 235 pounds. So
No.
internally that's terrible. So him being able to do that, I still give him credit being able to lead to a 6 seed in the Wild West.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that you gotta give him flowers for that. So yeah. And Book, you was in the point guard list. I ain't gonna do you again.
Man, I'm cheating.
I ain't
I'm
gonna do you
cheating.
again.
Nah, Booker my number one shooting guard. He a top 10 point guard. He's number 10 for me. But if you put him at the 2, he the best. 28, 5 and 5, shot 50%. I think that's amazing. Because Booker don't take easy shots.
Nope.
And Booker's not like somebody that he was the Suns' offense. Until KD got there.
He still was.
Yeah, he was the Suns' offense. But the thing I love about Booker is first he got that dog. Okay, if Kobe was alive, he would be loving what Devin Booker be doing. But that man not only scored 28 on 50, that man went to the playoffs and dropped 34 a game.
34 a game. In his efficiency, he was shooting over 60% from the field.
34 games shooting 6. I got to put you at number 1, man. And it wasn't like they didn't know he was going. Booker was telling you he was going to shoot. Booker, you couldn't do nothing.
You couldn't do nothing.
And now you mean to tell me you put in KD and Bradley Beal? Who you doubling? Who you doubling?
You just take your chances on the other end.
Man, look. KD is a unicorn, so you kind of got to help out on him. But then if Brad get hot, you going to leave Devin Booker one-on-one with who? That Suns team, if they figure it out, it's going to be scary, man. But, yeah, Booker is my number 1 shooting guard. I can't wait to see what he do this year. Booker ain't going to never get an MVP, but we're going to go back and look, and we just going to see 25, 28, 30, 30, 30, 28, 20. We're going to look at him.
We're going to do the same thing we did Wade.
Yeah, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to be like, how long was he scoring 25 a game?
You'll see him top 10 in all-time scoring and everything.
He's one of my. I don't want KD to get another, but I want Book to get one. So if that means KD get a none, then KD get a none, and it kind of work out because KD might not even be the best player on his team.
Yeah,
for that one, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. But anyway, man, that's our top 10 shooting guard list, man. Please like, subscribe, comment if you think we did anything wrong, and we'll holler at you later.
Yes.